بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So we're gonna do singular male, singular female, right? And then we have dual male مرفوع, and then dual منصوب or مجرور, and then we have dual female مرفوع. And then I know because most people actually make mistake between the dual and between the جمع, the plural مرفوع, and then we have plural مجرور or منصوب, and then here plural female مرفوع, and then plural. Now if you go ahead and memorize it from now, it will make your life way easier in the future when we go to Nahu. Now this is sarf. Sarf, it means like how to use the words and how to transform them from one haraka to another. Once we go to the Nahu is like when you are identifying the word in the sentence, then it'll make sense to you. Right now it doesn't make any sense. So فاعل. So the female would be فاعلة. For dual is فاعلان. So we added alif nun. فاعلان فاعلين. Dual male. So فاعلين. That's a different order. And then فاعلتان. It takes time, it's okay. فاعلتين. For plural فاعلون. صحيح. فاعلين. أحسنت. Very good. يعني فاعلات. So ألف تاء ضمة. فاعلاتي. So فاعل is singular, and if I want to do it مرفوع it will be فاعل. If I want to do it منصوب it will be فاعلة. It's مجرور, it's فاعلي. The word does not change, the meaning does not change, but the position of the word in the sentence it will change. Okay. So that's something that we're going to learn later. Okay. I'm actually going to start with it today inshallah. فاعلة فاعلة فاعلتي. فاعلان فاعلين. فاعلين. It's different than here. It's not فاعلين. فاعلين is for plural plus 3. فاعلين only for 2.
Okay.
Yes. فاعلان فاعلين. And then فاعلتان فاعلتين. Very good. فاعلون فاعلين. فاعلات فاعلاتي. Yes. So let me give you another word. Let's say Rashid. Rashid means like he is guided. So Rashid for fa'al. Now if it's marfu' it's Rashidu. If it's mansub it's Rashida. Rashida. If it's majroor it will be Rashidi. Right. Now for female it will be
Rashidat.
رشيدة بس تا مربوطة. Right? Okay. So to be رشيدة رشيدة رشيدتي. Right? Okay. Now for two رشيدان. For female. Rashidan. For male, I'm sorry. Rashidan. Two guided people.
Like Dan.
Rashidan. Like فاعلان. For two. Like فاعلان رشيدان. That's male. Male dual. Inshallah. Rashidain. Okay. Now for female, instead of Rashidan, it will be Rashidatan. So the ta, add alif nun to it. Okay. Datain. And then what is it? For you know this one.
Rashid. Which one are we doing?
We're doing the male. Male plural.
Rashidun.
And then Rashidin. And then for female plural رشيد
رشيدات
رشيدات صحيح.
رشيدات.
And then for the female منصوب المجرور رشيداتي صحيح. نعم. Now, okay, how do we know the ism from fi'l? There are 3 rules that we can recognize an ism from fi'l. Alif lam, tanween, kasra at the end. نعم. So alif lam, tanween or kasra. Can alif lam and tanween be in the same word? No. Very good. Yes. So we're good with that. Now we're gonna go to the next level, which is al-jumla. Al-jumla, صحيح. Sentence. What is a sentence? It's when we put more than one word together to make a sentence that is understandable. Otherwise, it will not be named kalam. Because one of the conditions of kalam means speech or like a language in Arabic. We call it kalam. It has to be understandable. Okay, it has to have more than one word, right? And it has to be in Arabic. Otherwise, it will not be kalam. For us, it will be like you know,
any other language.
Any other language, it will be like, you know, bogus or whatever they call it. You know, yes.
Yeah.
So so al-jumla, it has to have more than one word, and the one word that makes sense, that it is understandable. Okay. Now al-jumla, of course, there are 2 parts of al-jumla, or 2 types. There is al-jumla al-ismiya, that it starts with noun. And there is al-jumla al-fi'liya, that it starts with fi'l, verb. Okay. Now, before I go to al-ismiya, there is something that I forgot to talk about. Okay, which is alif lam al-shamsiyya and alif lam al-qamariyya. Put alif lam. I actually, it has, when I pronounce the al, it has to be clear. So, for example, al-qamar, al-ard, okay, al-kitab. There are some other letters that if you put them right after alif lam, it will eat that lam. So it will be just like one letter. So for example, ash-shams, ash-shams, as-sama. Okay. So what are these letters that come after alif lam that makes qamariya, or what you know? Those are alif lam, alif qamariya, ba qamariya, ta shamsiya, sa shamsiya, jim qamariya, ha قمرية, خاء قمرية, دال شمسية, ذال شمسية, را شمسية, زاي شمسية, سين, شين, صاد, ضاد.
Is there any criteria for these letters to be sun and moon, or they just happen to be because they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
عين, غين, الفقير, قمر, قاف, ميم, نون, ها, واو. Yeah. So for example here, when I go with ta, I want a word, at-tuffah. At-tuffah means the apples. Okay. As-thamar. As-thamar, fruit. صحيح. Fruits, right. Ad-dub. Ad-dub means bear. Animal, bear. So as you see here, I don't say the lam. I say at-tuffah, at-thamar, ad-dub. The lam is gone. Okay, it's just taken away. As.
This is because of the shadda, yeah?
صحيح, نعم.
Okay.
الذباب, flies. الرب, the Lord. الزبيب.
Zabib?
الزبيب means raisins.
Okay.
Yeah. الزبيب. السماء.
Sky.
sky or heaven. الشمس sun. الصوت noise or voice.
Then we do الصلاة.
الصلاة صحيح. الضفدع.
Book. No, that's different.
الضفدع. It
what's
means
that?
frog.
Oh.
الضفدع. الطاولة means table. الظرف.
Say that again.
الطاولة. It's different than المائدة. المائدة means a food table.
Yeah.
الطاولة could be any table. الظرف. It means envelope. النهار. Daytime. Okay. ألف. الأب means father. صحيح. البقرة. cow. الجمعة. Friday. الحليب. milk. الخروف. العنب. grapes. صحيح. الغيب. unseen. الفقير. poor. Okay, الفقير means the one that he does not have money. المسكين that he does not have enough money, like he can barely manage. القمر means moon. الهرة cat. الوزة means goose. اليد
hand.
صحيح. So you can just practice on these in your reading when you are alone. So basically in Quran, when you see a letter that comes after alif lam, it has shadda, you know that it is shamsiyya. When it doesn't have shadda, it's qamariyya. So if we take a mushaf, for example, and let's see if we can read An-Nadir, shamsiyya, صحيح.
المبين.
نعم.
This is
قمرية. There is no shadda.
No shadda.
Yes. السبيل. Here البغال, الحمير, الخيل, الأولين. Now this is a tricky one. It's قمرية. العلم. نعم. الكافرين. السوء. Very good. Now we're going to the sentence. I think this is everything about the word itself, right? As a word. Now we're going to الجملة. And as I said before, that الجملة, it has to make sense, right? And there are two different جمل. There is الإسمية and الفعلية. What if the جملة started with حرف? For example, في السماء ملائكة. Okay? That is not considered جملة حرفية. It's actually إسمية. And I'll tell you why in just a second when I'm done with الإسمية first. Okay? Now, الإسمية also has two parts. الإسمية, now those are the types right here, okay? Those are types. Now here, parts. All right. الإسمية starts with مبتدأ. مبتدأ means starter, okay? The word that starts the sentence. The second one is called خبر. And خبر, it means news or the information. Or in Arabic, maybe like, is it adjective? So for example, when I tell you السماء means sky, زرقاء. زرقاء means blue. So in Arabic there is no is. So we cannot say sky is blue. We say sky blue. And also we don't say blue sky. We always put the, what do you call it, the adjective first,
right.
and then before the the noun, right? Okay. So that's how it is in Arabic. It's backward. So السماء considered مبتدأ. Blue is news, which is خبر, because it's giving information about السماء. The إعراب or the نحو of them are both has to be مرفوع. مبتدأ is always مرفوع, خبر is always مرفوع. Here is a rule. مبتدأ and خبر are always مرفوع.
With Dhamma.
With Dhamma. مضمة only if it's singular. Of course, if it's a dual or it's different. When I say, I'm going to give you a word, النبات means plant.
Yes, it does.
أخضر. أخضر means green. So when I say مرفوع, what is it supposed to be? النبات and then أخضر. Now, I want to go even further in that, and this is more advanced, is I have to identify each one. We call it syntax or إعراب, syntax or إعراب, or even like we can say also syntax, or they also call it like identifying the position of the word. That's what إعراب means. So let me show you how we do it. Let's take النبات أخضر means plant is green. Okay, النبات, this is how I write it. So when I tell you do the إعراب for this word, you have to know how it's done. I say النبات مبتدأ. So I have to say what it is. It is مبتدأ مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. So مبتدأ means starter. Okay, مرفوع, and the sign of رفع is ضمة, because if it is dual, it will be the sign different. It will not be ضمة, it will be ألف نون. Why? لأنه مثنى. And I'm going to give you another example for مثنى. So for, let's say المسلمان, let's say صالحان means good. So two Muslims, two good, they're good. المسلمان is مبتدأ مرفوع وعلامة رفعه مرفوع رفعه ألف نون لأنه because مثنى. And that's how I studied it in school. Now in here in the schools here, I don't think that they teach this. All right. Now this is for the starter. That's for مبتدأ. Now let's see the خبر. Now we took here النبات أخضر. So I'm gonna take أخضر, and you're gonna do the same way we did for مبتدأ. أخضر here is not مبتدأ, it is خبر. So I say خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. That's it. It means, literally it means خبر news مرفوع وعلامة, the sign of its رفع is ضمة. Now when I see here المسلمان صالحان, I go here and say صالحان is خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ألف نون لأنه مثنى. Literally it means news مرفوع and the sign of its رفع ألف نون because لأنه means because is dual. So for example, let me give you an example. I'm going to give you an example from the Mus'haf. Let me do something with plural. السماوات السبع. The 7 heavens. So I say السماوات مبتدأ means started مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ألف تاء لأنه جمع مؤنث. السبع خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. That's it. المسلمون مصلون. That means they pray. So المسلمون مصلون. نعم, not مصلين. I'll tell you why. Because it's a خبر مرفوع. If I say المسلمون مصلين, that's wrong. It becomes منصوب. الخبر is always مرفوع. المسلمون مبتدأ مرفوع وعلامة رفعه واو ونون لأنه جمع مذكر. And of course we can say salim, it means like it's unbroken or like healthy, but you don't have to memorize this. مصلون خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه very good واو نون لأنه جمع مذكر صحيح. زوجتان جالستان. So زوجتان مبتدأ مرفوع. مبتدأ will never be منصوب, will never be مجرور, never. مبتدأ مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ألف نون لأنه مثنى. زوجتان جالستان. okay. جالستان خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ألف نون لأنه why?
Because it is
مثنى dual. Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna give you the words and you're gonna tell me which one is مبتدأ, which one is خبر. What is the رفع, the sign of the رفع of it. Okay? So for example, when I say القطة نائمة means sleeping. نائمة. So sleeping. Cat sleeping. Okay? When I write here الخروفان الخروفان خارجان outside. Of course, like you don't say this in Arabic, but it's okay because we need two outside. خارجان outside. خارج outside. خروفان two sheep. I say here مائدات. مائدات مليئات means like full tables of food. Well, 3 is okay. Now القطة, what is it, مبتدأ or خبر؟
مبتدأ.
Now what is this, what is it, مرفوع منصوب مجرور؟
مرفوع.
صحيح. What is the sign of the مبتدأ here؟
ضمة.
صحيح, أحسنت, very good. نائمة, what is it, خبر or خبر. Right.
خبر.
What is خبر, is it مرفوع or مجرور or منصوب؟
مرفوع.
نعم. What is the sign of it؟
ضمة.
صحيح, very good. الخروفان, is it مبتدأ or خبر؟
It is مبتدأ.
صحيح. Is it مرفوع مجرور منصوب؟
مرفوع.
صحيح. What is the sign of it؟
Alif, Noon.
أحسن. Why?
It is a dual.
Very good. خارجان.
خارجان. Same thing. It is.
مبتدأ or خبر.
It is خبر. I'm sorry.
صحيح. خبر.
خبر.
خبر. Is it مرفوع منصوب or مجرور?
It's مجرور. I'm sorry. منصوب.
منصوب. صحيح. No.
مجرور.
خبر is always
مرفوع.
مرفوع. مبتدأ and خبر always مرفوع.
I got my words mixed up. مرفوع.
صحيح. نعم. Yes. And what is the sign of مرفوع?
مرفوع. In this case, it is Alif, Noon.
Why?
Because it's dual.
Very good. مائدات.
مائدات. This is مبتدأ.
صحيح. Is it مرفوع منصوب or مجرور?
مرفوع.
صحيح. What is the sign of it?
ضمة. That's a ضمة.
Try again. مائدات. Only ضمة?
مائدات. Hold on. For the مبتدأ only ضمة.
Sorry, but that's only if it's singular. But this is not singular. That's a. It's okay.
MashaAllah. Good.
That's a.
Good.
That's a what?
مائدات. That is plural.
Plural, female. Sorry, yeah. So the sign of it is
ألف.
تا. ضمة.
ضمة.
مليئات.
الخبر.
خبر. Is it مرفوع منصوب or مجرور?
المجرور.
Sorry. No. Why is it مجرور?
Not مجرور.
Let me write this. مبتدأ and خبر always مرفوع. And the sign of مرفوع?
The ضمة. In this case is ألف نون ألف تاء female feminine.
Now this is for مبتدأ and خبر. Now we're going for حرف, letter, which is the حروف is من على which is, that we took the other day. The conjunctions, right? Now if conjunction is always comes after it is a noun. Okay, so in this here, so we have letter or conjunction. Conjunction is always followed by a noun. All right, so that's one. Second, the noun that is following the conjunction is always مجرور. So for example, when I say في السماء مجرور كسرة. في حرف الجر السماء مجرور. And I'm going to give you also the نحو for it or the إعراب for it in just a second. في السماء عن الأرض. Oh, and there are so many examples on these in the Quran. So many. It uses conjunctions all the time. عن الأرض. من النار. صحيح. بالله. بسم الله. إلى الرجل. Okay, and so on. So how do we do إعراب for them? So let's take في السماء for example. So I say في, we say حرف جر. That's it. السماء, it's اسم, of course it's a noun. مجرور by حرف الجر. Yes. وعلامة, the sign, جره الكسرة. In English, السماء is noun, مجرور, and the sign of jar is كسرة. So مبتدأ and خبر is always مرفوع. When we have jar and مجرور is always مجرور. كسرة. كسرة, or if it's dual, or you know, it's different. Let's say عن الولدين, from the two boys. See, I did not say الولدان. الولدان only if it's مبتدأ and خبر we use الولدان. الولدين is مجرور. So عن is حرف جر. الولدين اسم مجرور وعلامة جره الياء والنون لأنه مثنى. It means noun مجرور
jar case,
and the sign
is kasra
of jar is ya and noon because
it is muannath.
it's مثنى.
مثنى.
Because it's مثنى means dual. Okay. عن الولدين. Let's say إلى الصالحين, to the good people. الصالحين, to the, or for the good people. I'm sorry. Alright, so how do we do the إعراب for this? I say إلى حرف جر. Alright, period. الصالحين is اسم مجرور وعلامة جره الياء والنون لأنه جمع مذكر. noun مجرور
jar case,
and the sign of the jar is ya.
I'm sorry.
Noon,
Yeah,
cause it's okay.
I
It's
got it. I just gotta put it together.
is جمع plural مذكر. Does that make sense? So let's go to the Quran and see what the Quran teaches us over here from the Arab. Okay, Bismillah. بقوم. بقوم. So that's one word. So tell me, be.
With.
Be is what?
With or in.
No, بقوم. So be by itself. What is it?
Be by itself. With, in.
No. Yes, okay. بقوم means with people.
With
right.
people, yeah.
نعم صحيح.
Okay.
But what is the إعراب for it?
Oh, the إعراب
be,
for it. بقومي.
be is what? حرف.
It's حرف الجر.
صحيح. قوم or قومي.
It is the sign. The sign is.
No, say it as it is here. Yes. You have to say what is it? It's a noun.
It's
right?
a noun.
قوم اسم
is a noun.
مجرور.
Yes.
So one اسم مجرور. And
مجرور.
then the sign of its jar is
كسرة.
كسرة. So when you memorize it this way, okay? First I have to identify, is it اسم or فعل? So it is اسم, right? It's noun. And then what is it? مجرور, منصوب, مرفوع. So I say اسم مجرور. And then what is the sign of it? Is كسرة. Because it's a قوم, it's جمع, but it's the جمع here تكسير, it's broken جمع. So that's why. So don't worry about it.
I won't worry.
Yes. Once we get to the alif noon or ya noon, here we have to identify. Okay.
Okay.
Right. من هاد. من
حرف.
حرف.
حرف جر.
صحيح. and هاد.
حاد.
Yeah.
Is حاد.
Is
it اسم?
اسم مجرور. And what's the sign of it?
كسرة.
or تنوين. تنوين كسر.
كسرة أو تنوين كسرة.
نعم صحيح.
تنوين كسرة.
نعم.
أوكي
صحيح.
إن شاء الله.
بظاهر.
حرف جر.
صحيح. and ظاهر.
ظاهر. This is اسم مجرور.
نعم.
عملت
وعلامة. علامة means sign, and the sign of the جر
is كسر.
is تنوين كسر. صحيح. تنوين كسر. صحيح. Very good. No, you're good. صحيح. في السماوات. في السماوات.
In the heavens and earth. في حرف الجر.
السماوات.
السماوات اسم مجرور.
And the sign
is كسر.
Are you sure?
سماوات.
واتي.
That is no. It's feminine.
Sorry. So we say the sign is the last three. The last two letters. ألف تاء كسرة. And why? لأنه why?
It's feminine.
It's feminine. Plural. جمع مؤنث.
ما شاء الله.
Yeah. صحيح. Okay. Now this is not jar or majrur, but let me ask you something. الوارثون. الوارثون here. It's actually خبر. But what is the sign of the رفع here? Can you tell me what it is? It's خبر مرفوع. But what is it? What is the حركة or what is the sign of the رفع here?
The thun, the wow noon.
No, wow noon. صحيح. Yes. And why?
It's masculine.
And
it's plural.
صحيح. You got it. You got it. Very good. See, now it makes sense to you. It started clicking. So now if you read the Quran, even if you don't know what the meaning of the word, but you know, okay, this is a masculine, this is a plural, but I just need to know the meaning. Al-warithun means the ones that inherit, the inheritance. صحيح. Does that mean? Okay, here. Al-mustaqdimin. Al-mustaqdimin, it means the ones that they are coming. But here it is actually mansub. But how do you know that it is mansub? Here it's mansub, but I will tell you why later. It's actually maf'ul bihi. But why is it mansub? Can you tell me? And what is the haraka or what is the sign of mansub here?
It's mansub because of the ya noon.
Sahih, yes.
Ya noon.
Yes. So is it dual? Is it jama', plural, or is it singular?
It's plural.
Plural, masculine or feminine?
Feminine. No, masculine.
Masculine. And the same thing with al-musta'khirin. وَلَقَدْ عَلِمْنَا الْمُسْتَأْخِرِينَ and so on. Now, let me give you some more example. Now, here is mostly like verbs here. We have verbs and فاعل and مفعول. We didn't get to that.
مرسلين.
المرسلين. نعم. أصحاب الحجر المرسلين. نعم. أصحابه here. ولقد كذب أصحابه here فاعل مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. And then المرسلين here مفعول به. This is منصوب. So المنصوب is it what is the sign of منصوب here?
يا نون.
نعم صحيح. Why?
It is masculine plural.
صحيح. Very good. نعم. And so on. So that's it for today.